we need you guys to squeeze in for a photo so you guys can squeeze in for a photo. Well, he's got the iPhone 6 Plus, so never mind, you guys are fine. You guys are fine. You guys are big enough. Hands in the air. Get up.
All right, we done.
What's up, you guys ready? Let's get this on the road, shall we? That was the very obvious. It is Saturday morning after a long night of partying. Are you guys ready to get this on the road? And let's do this. Welcome everyone to the past, present, and the future of Killer Instinct. Who we got with here today? We've got James Goddard, the design director of Microsoft. Did I? Ish. Oh, I forgot the H. There's an H on this panel. I couldn't see when I was typing. We did this last minute. We got Isgreen over here, creative director over Microsoft. Kujawa. We got Kujawa, creative director over Galazy. That's the important thing. As long as yours is spelled correctly, I can die happy. We got Neal, director of production. That's not actually his Twitter. He's just not on Twitter. And we got Isaac Torres. Yeah, we got Isaac Torres, the QA lead over at Galazy. And we got me, the Mike Robles, screen manager at Microsoft for Killer Instinct. How you guys doing? Before we dive into the meat, we got some impressive numbers to show you guys. So these numbers were written, as you can see, on 227. These numbers are probably blown out of the water by now. But by the time I put this thing together, you guys have done over 3 million, close to 4 million stage enters. You have performed over 30 million ultra combos. You guys have broken over 145 million combos. Yeah! Seriously, think about that. That is insane. That is, you guys play this game a lot and we love you for it. Let's talk about the current state of KI. James and Adam, these guys are going to sit here and talk a little bit about what's going on with KI. We just launched Ranked League. Some of you guys are playing Ranked. Like 5 of you? That's amazing. That's fine.
Don't be afraid of ranked.
Don't be
it's
afraid
fine.
of ranked.
Don't dive in. Just have fun. We reset the entire system. James will talk a little bit about that in a little more detail. We believe the KI wants to be the friendliest fighting game with the community. We want to build the game with you guys. And that's something that's really important to us. And we spend a lot of time, forums on Twitter, talking to you guys, getting your feedback, making the game better, improving it. We want to keep doing that as long as we can, as long as KI goes. So please keep sending us feedback, good, bad. Please be constructive. But send us the feedback, and we'll make things happen and build a game that we want to make and that you guys want to play. James, why don't you talk a little bit about what we've seen so far?
All right, I kind of missed that show of hands. Thank you. All right, so how many people here have tried Quick Rank Leagues? One more time. Come on, put hands up.
All right, more hands than I had.
That's because I had. All right, so before this, how many of you had never tried Ranked on KI? All right, that's not bad, that's not bad. So the reason why we did Ranked Leagues, we wanted to open it up. Other genres, let's face it, they have very competitive leagues, ladder systems, there's a point system, and it just kind of makes a little bit more sense than what's been going on in fighting games, really since, freaking X-Band, really. How many played X-Band back in the day, right? All right, some of the other guys out there like me. So, we wanted to open it up. The good news is leagues are going really well right now. We have a lot of players on leagues. We're seeing a lot of good distribution between bronze, silver, gold. Lots of people online playing. A record for us, actually, on the weekend that it launched, one of our top times, there was the most people online playing. And get ready for this, there's over 1,000 killers in the killer tier already.
This is after 1 week, right? We launched this a week ago yesterday.
Yes.
And there are over 1,000 killers. That is insane.
How many people here are in the killer tier right now? 1. All right. 2. 2. All right. Yeah. Anybody in the top 32 gets a pro icon. They can prestige, so every month you pull it, it prestiges up. It's a little bit of bragging rights. We have some tournament guys like the KI Cup guys are going to start using that to distribute KI Cup points to help for seeding. So it's kind of a cool place to be if you're a pro. If you're not a pro and you don't give a shit about that, that's okay. It's all about bronze, it's all about silver, it's all about gold. Get up there, because eventually everybody wants to be good at the game. We happen to have two guys that I believe are in the top 32. How many are in the top 32? Oh man, HK.
Just Bobby.
Again, it's going well. We're really excited. Go to ultracombo.com, ultra-combo.com, go to developer feedback and hit us up and let us know what we can do better on leagues, on anything else you want to know. Thanks.
So, we worked with Penny Arcade and we were like, hey, we want to do this thing and we're going to create some pins. Some of it went really well, some of it didn't. But the pins became very popular, and so we decided, well, maybe we could do it. And Penny Arcade, would you be interested in doing a new pin? And they said, yeah, I think we do. So, there's the first sketch of the brand new pin that will be coming. We're still figuring out how exactly we're going to try to distribute it, but as you can see, it's Ripper. Michael really did an amazing job so far, and I can't wait to see the finished product. So I'll be coming to you very soon. You guys ready to? All right, there you go. You guys want to hear about season 2? Yeah. Let's talk about season 2. Not yet. We're gonna talk about story mode. You guys can talk about story mode all the time. You guys want to know what about story mode? What about story mode? What about story mode? Well, we're gonna talk about new story mode. We're gonna use rivals. Rivals are gonna be a thing. You guys always talk. You guys can see it in the trailers. You hear about it all the time. You hear about these rivals. Kraig, you want to talk a little more about you guys want to talk about this system a little bit and how this is going to work?
Want me to take this? Yeah, go for it. Okay. So one of the things we've obviously, we care a lot about the story in KI. It's one of the things that we've been needing to expand since season 1. This time around, what we've done is we took a bunch of polls on our forum, we asked you guys on Twitter, we took feedback, and we've rejiggered the entire story system to give you a lot more character development. You can see how that's already in some of the trailers we've released, the whole rivalry between Conrad and Agnos, how we're building up the characters to actually tell a really cool story. You're going to see a lot more of that. We're going to give you a sneak peek
I'm ready.
of some of the story modes, but this time around we're adding a lot more content. You're going to get intros for all of the characters that are narrated. You're going to get, between every fight, you're going to get actual reasons why they're fighting these characters and where they're going. You're going to get rival moments where you get to see who's fighting who, and there's even finales for all the characters. So we want to, and we're going to keep developing it, right? We're going to keep rolling forward, we're going to keep finding new ways to tell story. You're going to see a lot more of this in the trailers as we meet characters and release them. We really believe that, making a great fighting game is also about making characters you guys really like to play and are fun and get behind them. And so we're just going to keep rolling that. So, as you know, one of the things that we're doing this season is we're working with Maximilian. I've got a lot of you people know him. Max is a great guy. He's a big believer in Killer Instinct. We've had a ton of fun working with him. And he's been working exclusively on helping us build out our story mode and all of the content that's going into that for all the characters. So what we're going to show you today is we're going to give you a preview of 2 of the intros for 2 of the characters in Season 2. So you're going to get to see their intro videos. Some of the stuff is still temp. Like, we're a work in progress game, right, all the time. So you're going to get to see stuff. And when we show you some stuff later, keep that in mind too, because everything is always in development with us. But we're going to start off, we're going to show you 2 intros today for the characters. We're going to show you TJ Combo's intro, and we're going to show you Conrad's intro cinematics intros today for the game. And like I said, this is just a taste of what you're going to get. Narration is by Max right now. I don't know if you guys can tell us after you see him if you want to keep Max or if you want to go with someone else, someone with a deeper voice. We'll figure that out. But yeah, let's roll. What's that? Godfrey. Not happening. I'm detailing that one right now.
Once a trusted advisor to the king of Babylon, Conrad was cast out and cursed for betraying his king. He plundered the Empire's vaults of arcane knowledge, seeking the secrets of the universe, and unlocked powers thought lost to humanity. Control over elements, gateways to other worlds, and eventually, immortality. Agados, the war golem, had been hunting him for centuries. Trekking Conrad to his remote jungle refuge, the two battled to a standstill. Weakened in the battle, Conrad cannot defend himself when the Night Guard attacks. Unable to destroy the sorcerer, the Night Guard burned Conrad alive and locked away the ashes, where he lay dormant for centuries. During Ultratech's attack on the Night Guard, Conrad is released. Aeons of dormancy have left his powers depleted, and he escapes amidst the chaos. After 20 years as the heavyweight champion of the world, the unstoppable TJ Combo lost his title. TJ was spoiled by years of winning and willing to do anything to stay the champion, so he secretly approached Ultratech for illegal cybernetic augments. If the augments became public knowledge, TJ would be banned from the ring. The new strength from his augments put TJ back on top, and he enjoyed years as the champ. And then the day came when Ultratech finally asked for payment, unveiling their newest weapon, the Fulgor, a robot super soldier that could effectively replace any human combatant for a hefty price, making Ultratech billions. To prove the Fulgor's dominance to the world, Ultratech set up a fight between the robot and the world's greatest human fighter, TJ Combo. Ultratech just needed one more favor from TJ: throw the fight.
Every time I get chills.
So yeah, like I said, man, we're trying. We want to make the story better. We want all the characters to be involved. You're going to see a lot of the Season 1 characters in the Season 2 stories as well. While you're not playing them, they are involved with all the other characters and everything that's going on in the universe of KI. We have a pretty grand plan involved with taking the game forward and where all the characters are going to go and what they're going to do. We're just going to keep growing it. So what do you guys think of Max's voice? Like that? Should we keep it? What do you think?
Alright, so
We'll take that into consideration, thanks.
the biggest concern, right? When is this going to happen? Well, we got news. It's coming this June. That's like so close. And now we're going to Kraig to talk about something right now.
Awesome, thanks.
Oh, Kraig's going to stand up.
Kraig's gonna stand up for this one.
I'm very Italian.
Yeah,
To wave arms, all sorts of stuff like that. So when we were trying to put together this panel, we were debating whether to talk about this feature because it's so robust. There's so much to talk to and take up the entire panel. But because you guys came out here, made the trip, we wanted to at least give you a little taste of it, show you as much stuff as we could. So here we go, fancy new mode. Before I start talking about it, I am curious, how many of you are KI players? Raise your hand if you are a KI player. Okay, so there's 2 of you that aren't, we're going to convert you. That's awesome. Okay, so the cool thing is that you're here, listen to me ramble, that's awesome. The uncool thing is that you're not in front of your box playing matches. People are looking for, like, where are my Boston friends who have varying skill levels? Like, there's this guy who always plays, not around. Why? It's because you're here having fun. And so that kind of cuts into the lifeblood of any fighting game. Like, if you can't find the person you want to play at the skill level you want, that makes the multiplayer experience a little bit tougher to engage with. And so when we first started Season 2, we tried to figure that problem out. And I think we've actually nailed it. And the way that we've nailed it is with a system and feature we call shadows. So think of shadows, the way we think about it is, it's a living representation of you on your best day. So what is you on your best day? For me, like, when I'm good at the game, my best day is when I'm sitting at home in my boxers, 8 p.m. with like 24 cups of coffee. I'm going to screw you guys up. Now I got that image. It's really bad. I know. But it's also pathetic. But yes, that's when I'm good. If I don't have my coffee, if it's in the morning, I'm really, really terrible. So what we want to do is we want to personify that. We want to capture you at your best. Because if we can do that, then what we can do is we can actually have you in the game, the best representation of you anytime, anywhere. And that means that all of you are in the game all the time. And that's pretty awesome. It's actually cuts to being true asynchronous combat, which is a fancy developer term meaning that we can have you in the game even when your butt's not in front of the TV. And that's really cool. So, you know, I can play Adam when Adam's over here doing a panel and vice versa. And that's something that I think can really change fighting games for the better and can fundamentally change KI. So how do we do that? What we do is when you play the game, it's analyzing you. It looks at how you play offense, how you play defense, the combos that you do, how you break them, how effective you are, what you're afraid of, the mistakes you make, what you're really strong at. It's constantly watching you and updating that lifelike representation of you. As you change and get better, so will it. If you get worse, so will it. It's exactly you on your best day. So that's kind of mechanically what it does. But the coolest thing, in my opinion, is how it represents your personality. So the best way I could put it, and this is actually how we first tested the system and knew that it did well, is how many of you know who Keats Amhart is? Yeah! I feel really sorry for you, but that aside, you know, I played Adam Hart's Shadow, and you know, I had just like zero chance of beating him unless I used Richter. I almost got close, but in between rounds when he beat me, the Shadow walked up and just started teabagging me. And then it teabagged me again. Of course it did. Of course it did, right? So it's those behaviors that really demonstrate how this thing is actually alive and it's just not a collection of random AI parts. It is you. Now, you know, if there's another behavior that's annoying, you're going to know it right away. Because, you know, the thing that's really another eye-popping thing about this feature is when you play yourself and you get teabagged by yourself, that's just magical, let me tell you. So, for me, that's when we knew, and I think some of the Microsoft guys knew that this is a really special feature. I would love to talk more about it. You can see from this slide that we're sharing with you, there's a lot to it. We're going to reveal more in coming weeks. But here's the good news. You're not going to have to wait long because it launches in April. Yeah. We're super excited about it. It's going to be awesome, I promise. And so that's it for Shadows, and let's show more awesome. Let's do Ghost Girl. All right?
Well, some of you that were paying attention, don't go on yet, might have caught her name on the last slide. Did anybody catch it?
Anybody see it?
Hisako, that's right. Eternal Child.
Ready?
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
All right, so some of you saw her image. Hisako is a 19-year-old girl from a rural Japanese village. Her village was invaded by renegade soldiers. Her father, an ex-samurai, tries to stop them, gets cut down for his efforts, along with all of her family except for her. Hisako takes up her father's broken naginata, starts fighting off the invaders. While she is cut down, she takes down quite a bit of them with her, but her effort and her act rallies the remaining villagers into action and they drive the invaders out. To memorialize her, a shrine is created, which lasts for quite a long time until a nefarious organization gets involved and accidentally, or maybe not, wakes her back up. And so Hisako rises again to avenge those that have disturbed her grave.
That's a lot of talk. You guys want to see
Yeah,
Hisako in
I
action?
All right, let's load her up.
Ah, yeah.
All right. So Isaac here is on the stick. These guys are going to run through her. We're going to show you off all of her moves. Please remember, we are always work in progress in this game. So if you see big pink effects, that's because they're not done yet. We're still working on her, but you get a good idea of how she plays and how she functions. We call her a counter grappler. So Hisako is all about super slow movement. super slow. But Isaac, what about that dash? Yeah. That comes in handy. She can get under things really quickly. So you also notice right now she's got a bar down there above her shadow bar. That's her revenge counter. We'll talk about that a little more in a bit. So you can see when it's down and when it's up, it comes back pretty quickly. Why don't you just smack somebody when it's full, I think. Counter hits. Everything with full bar is a counter hit. Super nasty, super scary. She can also... What should we run through, Isaac? Want to run through the normals? Just go through them real quick. She's got some really good footsies. She's got some really light attacks. Don't really use her 9-9, but as you get into her heavier ones, she starts using all of these great poke range. They're kind of slow. Now, why would they be so slow? What would we possibly be doing with this character that we call her a counter character that would make her allow these attacks to be so slow? Why don't you guys show us? Big swing. Oh, counters. High-low counters. She's got meters. She can counter she's got a high counter that can counter highs and mids, and a low counter that can counter mids and lows. There are also combo openers if you have enough meter. Super nasty. Let's run through her specials. Yeah. First off, we've got this nice Rekka. Much like Oki, she's got a Rekka you can run through, highs, lows, and anti-airs. Again, super slow, but that's because at any point in there, you can cancel them into counters. So while you're pressuring opponents, you can wait for an opening and cancel it right into a counter. Alright, but that's just the beginning. That's kind of the mundane stuff. She's a spirit. What other kind of things does she have going for her? How about some of the other moves, Isaac? Why don't you show off some... Oh, let's... Obviously, like I said, work in progress, the effects aren't going to get on her, but she has the ability to consume opponents, jump into them, break all kinds of bones, and then hop back out. You use the combos? Oh, but this... What? Oh. Okay, let's see the whole thing. Oh, she's also got a great quick grab. Sets him up for a nice impale punch. Got some good range on that. And she's also got an anti-air, right? Do her jumping attack. Do her jumping special, Isaac. She's got a great move out of the air. You can also, you can instant air this one. It's a nice move, hits him down. If you've got full jitter, it also counts as a recapture. So once again, she's got a bunch of moves that rely on kind of keeping that meter full. Yeah, in order to just run through them. I want to show off some of the shadow. Let's do it. So normal version. Do some shadow version. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Do that back heavy kick again. So if you're gonna go, she also has ways to get around the screen. Like that. Oh, that's great. Yeah, really great to get around setups that keep you at range. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Sorry, that doesn't consume fireballs. Okay. Oh, let's go through. Okay. Why don't you run through some of the others? Okay. There you go. Got a nice big shadow work out of your hands in the big. You can grab someone from across the screen with that on the shadow move. It's very nasty. Crazy fast back up. Lots of hits, ends and wall bounces. This character really caters to people who want to play a little more patiently. Oh, what was that? You know how people ask, why aren't we an M-rated game? Well, that one's flirty. Why don't you show that again? It is kind of fun. Give me that shadow grab again, Isaac. Yeah. Hey, so good. It's so good. The really fun thing is this character against Agnos because she's 5'4" and Agnos is of course like 8 feet tall. So you get this great David versus Goliath fight going on. Alright. Also, what's happening to showing you? We have to show Instinct. So apologize, yes, that was Orchid's Instinct activation. Apologize, we still have some stuff, like I said, we're required to start using. Exactly. So when she's in Instinct, her bar is always full. So everything is always a counter hit. Every move can be canceled into grabs. You can do all kinds of very, very, very nasty things to your opponent towards your waves. Oh, yes. Jump in.
Something with the auto doubles on almost every character. She has kind of a neat auto double mechanic where she gets to hold the second hit and it turns into manual timing.
So you can hold your doubles. Right? And that's so counterbreaker bait. You're not even kidding. You hold it, are you gonna break it? What are you gonna do? Oh. Lots and lots of mind games with this character. Honestly, I think this character is actually one of the scariest ones we put in the game so far in terms of power. She is nasty.
So one thing about the auto doubles for her is that when she actually is charging it up, it changes the timing of the auto double into a manual. So if you want to try to break it as you would a normal auto double. See right there. So that was actually counting as a manual. So I'll do that again. See how we can break it.
Alright. Anything else you want to talk about, Isaac?
So another thing that she can do is when she has more than 50% of her meter, she can do, basically she can cancel any of her attacks into a counter. So what she can do is, do something very good. This is very negative on the mark, so anybody can punish you. But if you expect to punish, just do a catch call. So when she's in Instinct, one of the things that's really awesome about her is that her catch counters, it doesn't matter if you do the low or high version. During Instinct, it counters both of them. So I'm doing the low version right now. And if you want to do one of that, because I'm in Instinct, she'll always do a catch counter there.
Alright, well, you guys want to run through a real match with her?
You want to see real master disciple in action?
Let's see a real So, I apologize, we don't have her stage ready to show just yet. Yeah, I know, it's sad. It's in the back of the pavilion, it's good out. It's called Village of Whispers. Has a lot of neat things going on in it, especially as you go into, and it does have the stage ultra as well, which we can't show you yet. You can imagine, given what she is, what it might be. No, it's not going to be pleasant. Oh, you guys skipped the intro? Oh, come on, back out. Back out.
This is
also still in progress. It's not done yet. But there she is, Hisako. You want to go through the colors? You got colors?
You guys stop telling me things after.
Oh, come on. Are there colors? We have colors in? Just two of them?
Only two right now.
Only two? Oh man, she's got some really good colors. Her color 9 is amazing.
Someone actually jumped.
All right, guys, let's do this. Who's taking this? All right, Derek is Jago, Isaac is Hisako. Who's gonna win?
So Hisako actually has the fastest command grab in the game. Her light version is 3 frames.
3-frame command grab. Wicked after dash.
Yeah, in contrast, Thunder, his fastest is 5 frames.
Yeah, she's got some really awesome level 4 headers for all the different moves. They set her up for all kinds of nice mix-ups. There we go. Hisako, our next KI character, of course. After that, we've got 2 more. She's going to be rolling out at the end of March. Right? Not that long. Not that long.
For those of you that have, excuse me, for those of you that have come by the Astros gaming booth and have seen the posters, we actually, after this panel, when we head back there, we'll now have the Hisako posters available. So if you come down and fight us and win, you grab yourself a Hisako poster.
Yep, we have posters. You can come by Astro Gaming booth. Awesome. Check out the awesome headphones that they've got.
All right, we got mics somewhere. We got a little bit of time for some Q&A. So I believe we're supposed to have a mic somewhere. Bring on.
There's a mic in the middle of the room back there. So
Mic,
if you guys,
mic in the middle of the room.
if you guys want to line
I'm
up.
gonna grab this guy. This guy like quietly waves his down.
He did quietly
So
raise
yeah,
his
we got.
hand.
Yeah, the mic's in the middle of the room, guys, so if you want to line up, then...
Bailey is the first person.
There we go. Bailey's the first person.
I have a question. No, I'm good. Who's Arya?
Who is Aria?
Who is Arya? Arya is the CEO of Ultratech. She runs the entire operation. She has very grand plans for the human race. You will find out more about her in the coming months. You will see a tease of her, of course, at the end of Cinder's trailer, which is coming pretty soon too. So, but she is not to be trifled with, I'll tell you that.
Arya is also a crazy town.
Yeah,
She's based
yeah.
on the same crazy
You want to talk about like every character is unique in our game?
Yeah.
You do not. You have no idea what she's going to do. Oh man.
You haven't lived until you play with Arya.
Yeah, it's scary.
Cool. Thanks. Thank you.
Bet.
Hey guys, so obviously thanks for bringing Killer Instinct back. I never meant to thank you guys for it, but new character was really good. Really good. Question I have, so in matchmaking, when you're playing against ranked matches, even exhibition matches, people love to do really long ultra combos. And once you play like 30, 40, 50, 60 matches a day, it can kind of get annoying. Is there any chance that we might be able to get a setting where an ultra ender just occurs so we don't have to sit through them every time?
All right, let me just make sure I have this right. You're saying that after seeing long, maybe triple ultras, there might be a nice, you'd like a way to skip that and not take a loss. Is that right? What I'm hearing?
No, I'll take the loss. I just don't want to sit through it.
Oh,
Yeah, you
take
would be able
a
to,
loss.
you would be able to GG out of it essentially, right? Yeah. So right now, once an ultra starts, you can actually exit, and there's no loss penalty for you or anything like that. But we're talking about ways to allow you to kind of like, hey, GG, right? You got me. I'm out because I want to go and like check for the next match. So that's definitely stuff that we want to add to the game because we want to get you guys playing as much as you want to play.
Yeah, we definitely in ranked in particular, you know, we have talked about that, and we are looking at some way to GG out without having to sit there and watch that, because that's important, because you don't want to take a loss in rank. In exhibition, it's a little harder, because you're going to maybe keep playing the same person, so you kind of watch the shenanigans and smile and then do it back to them.
Thank you guys.
We have a question from TJ Combo.
Nice. Look at that. Give that guy a hand, man. Look at that guy. show just yet. Had we done it, you would have seen Orchid pet a cat, and it does really weird deforming things, which is kind of scary to Hisako. But yeah, generally we put in temps until we're ready for the things to show. But yeah, I can't show it to you just yet.
I wanted to hear TJ come stronger than that. You have another question you come stronger with?
I do. Could you sign my belt?
Can you sign my belt? Yeah, absolutely.
After.
Sign your belt.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Hey guys, I'm actually a grad student in computer science. I do machine learning stuff. I realize that Shadows is sort of an applied aspect of machine learning. Is there any, is this sort of the first like major, I've really never sort of seen something like this in an ongoing game, and I'm just wondering, are there plans to like use what you've learned from this in current games or any future projects that you guys are working on?
Are you talking about Microsoft in general?
I guess Microsoft specifically, like Microsoft developed games.
Well, you know, like in Forza we have drivatars, right? So you had ways to kind of play your friends. This is a different system than that. This is literally, it's like imagine slicing you up into little bits of all of the behaviors that you do in different situations based on different characters and different ranges and everything, and making that something that plays exactly like you. And you can modify it, manipulate it. It's a very, very cool system. I've never seen anything like it before in fighting games. We have a lot of really big plans for how it's going to expand over time. Much like KI, you know, the minute we put something in the game, it's always like a 1.0, and then we just start building on it, building on it over time. So you can expect to see the Shadow Fighters really kind of take on their own lives and do a lot of really cool things, not just in the game, but out.
Just a quick follow-up, is it planning on being like something where your friends can fight your shadow, or is it mostly just now like you fighting your own shadow?
Those are details that'll be in the next rollout. I think a lot of the stuff that you're talking about is stuff that we're interested in. To add on to what Adam was saying, you know, one of the big things about shadows is that actually the way that we mimic your behavior is that it sort of responds to the same stimuli that you would respond to, and that's how you make it human. You know, you're always analyzing situations, analyzing your opponent. You know, you have things that you do in reaction to the things your opponent does, and that's exactly how it works. Like it really acts and behaves human.
Will there eventually be a Shadows only tourney?
We would love to see that.
Yeah, we're gonna have more coming on this build. Like we want to tell you so much more, but we can just tell you we'll be very competitive if you want to be competitive in Shadow. But that's the most we can say.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll be giving you a lot more details soon on the Shadows. These guys have an awesome like BIDOC that'll be going out, and you guys get a full download on it.
Hey guys, I assume this is probably going to be a negative, but there's like the only chance I might get to ask this. I don't know the particulars of how Microsoft wants to distribute Killer Instinct, but are you guys considering now or possibly in the future maybe bringing it to PC at all?
Next question.
That wasn't what I was, sorry, that wasn't what I was going to say. Adam actually didn't hear the question.
I didn't hear I'm sorry, I didn't hear the
The
question.
question was, are we going to bring it to PC?
Oh, are we going to bring it to
Would we
PC?
consider bringing it to PC?
We don't have any plans for it right now, but I can't say what's going to happen in the future, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you for bringing Killer Instinct back and helping us bring it back and making it stronger than ever. I'm going to ask, and I'm sure everyone here wants to know, what's the probability at this point of a season 3?
Stay tuned for later this year. Stay tuned, and we will have some more news about what might be happening next.
I think the question may be, how many of you want season 3?
We super appreciate the support, and we love making the game. It's been a labor of love since I wrote that first doc about bringing KI back, like 3 years ago. And so, yeah, we've had a heck of a lot of fun on both sides working on the game. And so, stay tuned.
Thank you.
So have we.
Excellent.
So I got a question from Twitter, from Gutter Magic.
Gutter.
He said the real question, can Hisako be thrown?
Yes, she can be thrown.
Yeah,
the screen, and you guys have such just crazy good characters, and from like all genres as well. You got your crazy J horror girl, you got like robots and werewolves. I was just wondering, what kind of character genre do you want to go down for, say, future characters that you haven't gone down yet?
Okay, well this is all theoretical, so remember, I have theory. You're in theory land now. I'm not making any promises. Obviously, yeah, my dream world, we have a whole bunch of cool things, you know. Like I've said on Twitter and on the forums, I have a lot of great ideas with what we would do with Kimbu and Tusk, Gargos. You guys probably know that Idol, I have a little bit more of a, we're gonna make him work, yeah, love, you can call it love. And it's just a matter of figuring out how we can make the characters best fit. The great thing about KI though is because we can embrace this wonderful menagerie, right? That's one of the best things I think about Killer Instinct. We can have a robot fighting a dinosaur, fighting a mummy, fighting a giant golem, fighting a dude, this dude on fire, right? Like, that's one of the greatest things about the game, and we're going to continue to make really fun and compelling characters. You know, we never wanted to blow the roster out into a huge number. What we wanted to do is make sure that every character delivered on feeling different and feeling powerful and feeling fun, yet still feeling like they fit within KI.
That's great. And also one thing, a like goat man, who like goat horns, who rams people and then stomps on their faces with his goat hooves would be awesome. Just a suggestion.
Thank you.
I'd like to see a character where his head grows after winning each match.
I feel like that's already been done, Alex. We can't go there anymore.
We turned out it wasn't that
I heard that character was a fan.
No one plays that guy.
How's it going with gentlemen? I'm gonna ask a tournament organizer type of question. There's a lot of tournaments, online tournaments specifically, you know, the 8-bit tournament that's on Sundays, the Murderware tournament that's usually on Tuesdays, and I'm planning to start my own. Is there anything, or you're thinking of any way to kind of make an interface to make running tournaments slightly easier at like the Third Strike online tournament system? Something around that line.
Okay, we'll give it to James. Mr. Goddard.
We are definitely looking at ways to make it easier to do tournaments, whether you're sitting in your living room or you're online, especially for your online tournament organizers. We see the effort you're putting in. We sit there and watch Twitch with you guys for the, you know, sometimes 4 hours, 8 hours it takes to do it or longer. It is amazing, and we are definitely looking at it for the future. Send us your feedback on the kind of features you want to see. You know, again, go to the ultra-combo.com, our dev feedback section, and hit us up. You know, we definitely want to know what you're thinking. And as you guys know, Adam Hart, Keats,
Keats watches everyone.
These guys all know how to run tournaments, big giant tournaments, and so we've got some of the best guys already working for us on tournament organizers, and we want to hear everybody else's ideas because you know, we want to make KI all about playing all the time.
Yeah, one thing that Keats always does when he sees online tournaments, he makes notes. You see we do a lot of balance changes. Usually that's from stuff he sees on the streams. So, and then we go back and triage it with James and the Microsoft guys and figure out, you know, which of these things are a thing. We also talked to a lot of community members just offline about things that they think might be cheap or just aren't balanced, and then we kind of proactively attack those too. So, Isaac, I know you're always watching the streams as well. Yeah, it's a really entertaining thing that we try to embrace over at Galazy. It just makes the game better. You know, it just does. It makes what we do rewarding.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hey guys, one of my favorite experiences with KI was actually overcoming Shadow Jago and the season story, getting the stage for that, and I was just wondering if there's any plans to incorporate more unlockables in that style with maybe the season 2 story, such as accessories, etc., that might be unlockable through trials and that type of thing, because that was definitely one of the highlights of season 1 for me.
We love that kind of stuff too. It was really fun to have that you can unlock the stage. May see something like that in season 2. I can't really confirm or deny, but we love hearing that kind of stuff. That's the kind of feedback that we love to act on and then give you the opportunity to do those things.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, one of the coolest surprises was going through the costumes and seeing that Combo had costumes look like Cake from Dive Kick. maybe another dive-kit character that has lightning that can match with a Killer Instinct character that uses lightning. I don't know.
IG's open to adding any dive-kick character except for Jabali.
Yeah, that's right out. I will block that on the Microsoft side immediately.
They can't afford my royalties anymore.
That's right. That's what we couldn't do. We did have an homage to Phantom Dust with Freya and with Maya, so you can be sure that we're always looking at cool ways that we can kind of tie cool costumes across all of our characters.
Awesome, thanks, guys.
All right, guys, we got time for one last question.
Hey guys, I really like playing Cold War a lot, but I know that there's going to be a nerf coming with this heavy laser. I was wondering if we could have any more insight as to what that will look like. Whether it's leaning more towards shortening the range, and if so, how much would it be shortened by?
I personally don't know where that was leaning. I know Keats was tracking it pretty highly. Isaac, do you know where that was leaning?
Yeah, we've tried both methods. Currently, the version that I saw before I flew out to PAX, just kind of based on the feedback from Ultra Combo, we had a version working with the shortened range of the laser beam, and we're kind of testing that stuff out now.
Thank you. Well, thank you guys very much for coming to this panel. We're going to be at the Galaxy booth and the Astro Gaming booth, the rest of this weekend, so come, bug them, bug us, get some questions. We got posters at the Astro Gaming booth. Blue Mountain Galaxy is going to have a Paul B challenge.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Paul B, head over to the Iron Galaxy booth and Bob Paul B or get boxed. So thank you guys very much.